Good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week we're talking about creating healthy habits and maintaining them, adding new things into our lives to make us feel like we are getting things accomplished, allowing ourselves to really be present, and also looking at those little things that we're already doing. I think a lot of us are doing a lot of things that we just take for granted, and because this time has been so challenging and so stressful, we focus on the things that we're not doing, and that takes away from all that we are getting accomplished during this time. So allow yourself that space today to know that what you're doing is enough, right? How you are this morning, what you've started with is enough for you. And we're going to start to add a couple of more healthy habits to bring in that fullness in our bodies and in our minds. So as you're sitting up nice and tall, you can start by taking a couple deep breaths. We're going to inhale fully and exhale fully. Letting yourself fill up with breath and then slowly emptying back out. Feel yourself filling up on the inside with your inhale, and then with your exhale, just letting it slowly empty. And if you can't feel your breath filling you up, bring your hand to your belly and just start to feel that movement. Now we're breathing all day long, but sometimes we lose track of that breath. And so when we bring our attention back, it just allows us to be in the moment. It allows us to start to soften a little. That's it. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Filling up and emptying out. Good. And just like yesterday, we're going to start with a little self-massage and a little bit of tapping. So let's just start by bringing in this movement along the sinuses. I know a lot of people are having sinus and allergy issues right now. So just slowly moving away from the center of your face and just moving some of that fluid, some of that congestion out, giving yourself some space to breathe a little deeper. That's it. Make sure you're taking nice big inhales and exhales. That's it. And then we'll come above the eyebrows and do the same thing. So just coming around. We're going to be adding this in each day this week so that we can start to feel a little bit of a habit forming. So whether it's doing a little massage on your face or on your hands or your feet, just allowing yourself to take the time to pause and take care of yourself. Self-care doesn't have to be anything fancy, right? It can just be this, just taking a few moments to notice where you're feeling tightness, tension. This time as you come to your temples, just stay there and just start to make some semicircles or half circles here, half moons. Just pressing, releasing any tension. That's it. Good. And then adding on, we're going to just start to move from the bottom of our ear all the way down the side of the neck. Very gentle. Enough to feel that pressure, but not enough to make a mark on your neck. And then just moving from the ear all the way down. And you'll feel there's a little spot that's tight. There's like a column of muscles there. That's it. And then let's do the other side. So you're going to bring your right hand to the left side of your neck. And same thing from the bottom of your ear towards your collarbone, towards the top of the shoulders. Just feeling that release. That's it. Nice and slow, nice and steady breathing. Just feeling that sensation, letting it bring you back into the present moment. Good. And then we're going to come in and tap. So tapping is great to start to stimulate different organs, to start to bring a little bit more flow to our body. Also is really good for our immune system. So we're going to start by tapping our collarbones. The collarbones are right here up at the upper part of the chest. You can kind of feel for them. And we're just going to start to tap now. So you can do it like this, or I'll show you a different one. You can do it like this, whatever feels good. And if you're not feeling the tapping today, you can also do a little semicircle massage there. But letting yourself breathe and sit a little taller as you're tapping, stimulating the immune system, allowing yourself to start to get back into the present moment. That's it. Sounds kind of funny, but just allowing that movement, that tapping to bring you back. It's also really calming to our nervous system. Good. Let's do 2 more. This is called the butterfly tap. I like it. And then come on out. And then we're going to take our hands, I'll move this over, and tap right where our breastbone is. So you can kind of feel where the top of your collarbone is, and then right where the front of the ribs start to fuse. That's the place of the the breastbone. And the breastbone here is really that place, that center in the chest. And behind it is our thymus gland. And our thymus gland helps us to fight, helps us protect us from immunity, from things that we can be attacked by, illness, things like that. So as we tap here, we start to stimulate the thymus. I like to close my eyes when I do this and take a couple deep breaths and just start to notice what comes up. Sometimes it's just the sensation of your breath. Sometimes it's the sensation of your hand tapping your body. As I breathe, I'm going to feel the shoulders soften away from my ears, allow my hips to release a little bit more. Good. Let's do 3 more. And then come on out. Good. Now we're going to do another one here. This one is going to start to stimulate up into the kidneys and the bladder. So you can just start to tap. I kind of like to use my knuckles a little bit. So right along the sides of the ribs, just tapping there as you sit tall, feeling it start to stimulate some movement in the upper body and in the breath. That's it. So just tapping side to side. You can even do it with your palms if you want. That's it. So let's do a few more there as you breathe, letting your shoulders soften. Good. And then as you come out, we're just going to stretch our arms up and overhead. Hook your thumbs here and reach up and over to the right. That's it. And then inhale and exhale up and over to the left. Just feeling that stretch through the side body, up and over to the right. Good. And then up and over to the left. Perfect. And with your hands reaching up now, inhale, take a big stretch, and exhale and stretch forward, just lengthening through your back body. Big inhale now, opening the chest, opening the heart. Exhale as you reach forward. So you're adding new things in, new little things like tapping, or maybe even just taking a morning stretch are great healthy habits to add into your life. And we've got some time, so allowing yourself to do those things starts to change how you think and how you feel. This next time as you come forward, you're going to stay leaning forward and just start to reach your hands towards the earth, and you can reach with the right and the left, right and left, feeling your side body stretching. I like to feel this into my low back, back of the waistline. Good. And then coming on up, bring your shoulders onto your back. Take your hands, interlace them, and press your palms out. So feel that stretch, and then go side to side. So just feeling that movement as you rock side to side. Good. All right. Stretch the arms out. Hold them open as you turn your head. Feeling that lengthening, feeling the sides of the neck starting to open. Good. And then one more thing here before we come up to standing. So you're going to bring your knees a little bit wider than your chair. Feet are on the floor, and just come around and do some circles here. So starting to get into the hips, we're going to do a standing pose that requires us getting into those hips, into the seat muscles. And then you can change your direction here, going around in the opposite way. Feeling that movement. That's it. Good. All right, we're going to come on up to standing. So bring your legs together, hinge forward, nose over toes as you come on up. And then as you come up to standing, and you can use your chair as a little support, you can use a wall. We're going to step our legs apart and turn the toes out and bend the knees. So we'll just start here by bending and straightening, making sure that your knees don't go over your toes. Good. And then from there, stay bent and see if you can just lift your right heel. Working on a little balance, a little strength, and then lift your left heel. If you want to do it without your hand on the chair, you can try it. Lifting the right heel, bringing it down, lifting the left heel, and you can go side to side here. That's it. And then bring your heels down, turn your toes forward. Start to stretch forward. So either touching your knees or touching the floor, and just going side to side with your hips. Bending one knee, pressing your opposite heel towards the earth. That's it. Good. And then coming all the way back up, turning your toes back out. This time, bend your knees, and I'll see if you can come up onto both toes. That's it. Bring your arms up. In cactus, stretching those arms back, breathing deep. You can always hold on to your chair if you need to. Go a little deeper. Let's take 3 more breaths. This is goddess pose. That's it. Last deep breath here. You've got it. And then bring your heels down, turn your toes forward, come back into that forward bend, rocking your hips side to side, feeling that stretch into the back of the legs, into the back of the hips. Perfect. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here, just rocking side to side. And then roll yourself on up. We'll come in and do a forward bend so you can bring your legs together and just start to bow forward. Bring your hands to your knees, your chair, or you can grab onto your elbows and just stretch and release your head and your neck. Good. We'll take 2 more deep breaths here, just rocking side to side. And then roll on up. Perfect. And come all the way back to your seat. So as you come back to your seat, just noticing how you're feeling. Noticing what you've got going on in your body now. So as we start to move, right, that movement starts to stimulate our mind, our blood flow, our breath. So as you come back now, you can really start to reconnect with what you have. And that's really what our healthy habits are about, bringing us back into the present, to feel our bodies, to feel a little bit more connected, and hopefully those healthy choices start to overflow into other areas. So now we'll do a little bit of guided breath and meditation and just see where that brings us. So with your eyes closed, you can sit up nice and tall, sitting however is comfortable for you, and then just begin to connect with your breath. Inhaling as you fill up, exhaling as you empty. Starting to notice how your body feels. You can hinge back in your chair, sit back, lean back, feel that support behind your low back and your back of your heart. That's it. Feeling your shoulders start to release away from your ears. Giving yourself a few moments to just be present with what you have. That's it. Feel yourself filling up with breath and then emptying back out. Take a few more rounds just like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. This next inhale, we're going to take a little pause at the top of the breath. So as you inhale, fill up. Pause. Exhale fully. Inhaling fully. Pause. Exhale fully. Inhaling fully. Pause. Exhale fully. We'll do 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhaling fully. Pausing at the top. Exhale fully. And then last round. Pause. Exhale fully. And just notice how your whole body starts to relax with that exhale. Shoulders releasing, hips softening down. Come back to your breath here for a few more moments. Feeling what your body is like, where your mind is at after this practice. And then just bringing your hands in front of your heart. So we take this time at the end of our sessions to really reflect, to feel ourselves and notice where we've gone, where we've brought ourselves from the beginning. So we honor this practice, we honor this connection. And as we close, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments. You can always come back and watch this at any time during the day, and you're also free to share this with your friends. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. same time, right over here on YouTube.